Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. And wow. Okay, so there we are. So what's interesting here is we have a market where, and I've talked about this before, the internals right now are red flagging it all over the place. But we have zero sell signals in the NASDAQ, which is what I'd be interested in on the short side. You can see on the daily chart, we have a squeeze setting up on the daily chart. And on the weekly, we still have a long squeeze that has yet to mature, though it is getting close. And so the question is when something like this is happening and it's trading sideways, what do you do? Well, the best thing to do is to look at money flow. So if nothing's happening here in the Qs, and it's not, yesterday we saw Amazon make new highs, nobody cared, it just kind of flopped back down. There's no frenzy of buying activity in the tech sector. Some of these stocks look good, don't get me wrong. Facebook, this is kind of a nice teed up kind of a setup here, but nobody's clamoring for Facebook shares. Sure, we could sell a put credit spread here, but I'm not interested in buying a call. Netflix, a lot of positive news on Netflix. Can't quite cut the mustard. Tesla, everybody loves Tesla. Tesla rolling over. Google, it's just nothing's happening. The stock's trading sideways. And so the question is, where is money flowing into? And financials. So there's a very clear correlation happening right now when Janet is out there in Wyoming talking about the markets are looking good here, the economy is looking good, and we can tighten interest rates. Guess what? The market prices that stuff in advance, and money is pouring right now into financials. So be careful in this market that you're not wasting time chasing the Googles of the world when money is going into Morgan Stanley, it's going into Goldman Sachs, it's going into Wells Fargo. Or you could just look at something like XLF, okay? And I anticipate this to continue happening. This is one of those where people want to people panic in the early stages of this. They don't want to miss it. They kind of yawn at the later stages of it. So Amazon making new highs is kind of a yawn, whereas, oh my gosh, money's pouring into financials here. We need to get on this right now. All right, so hope that helps, and we're going to be keeping an eye on those tomorrow in the room. The other couple of things here that I continue to like. GLD, this is one in the room we've established to the short side for puts. Right now we're at 125. I'm anticipating that this gets to 123.50. So we still have some room, some downside room. We've got the 128 puts for the September monthly options. So we have a minimum of theta decay. All right, so hopefully that sounds good. And last but not least, Bruce has a class on advanced toss tricks, how to unleash the full potential of the platform. And this is something that I see that's becoming more and more important, where people will come into the markets and not fully knowing the capabilities of the platform they're using, and it puts them at a disadvantage. And the key with trading in all aspects of it is to have an edge, okay? And the two ways to have an edge are, one, you have setups that have an edge over the rest of the people who are out there trying to trade the same system, okay? And two, you understand the tools that you're using better than anyone else. And I've learned more from watching Bruce just messing around with the platform. And I can't emphasize enough that as someone who's been doing this as long as he has in a practical fashion, okay? Not a lot of times you'll see people that'll like show you like, hey, look at this platform, what it can do, but it actually doesn't really matter because it doesn't help you with trading. Bruce brings the practical nature of how it can actually help you with your trading to the fold. So he'll be doing this on Thursday, September 1st, okay, so it's coming up in 2 days, from 6 to 9 Central Time. Here's some of the stuff that he's going to be talking about. And a lot of this too will be on the Analyze tab and some other things, but how to quickly slice and dice trade ideas and to model the risk to reward ratio that you really want. This is something that I've found incredibly helpful in some of the things that I've been wanting to do. A simple and efficient checklist to follow to save you a lot of time evaluating trade ideas, i.e. you see a setup, should you do a butterfly, should you do a vertical, should you do an iron condor? Well, he can show you how to do this in a fast way to determine what the best one would be. How to visually model the full profit potential of a trade without getting lost in the weeds of technology. Specific hotkeys that most traders don't even know are inside TOS, and why they can save a lot of time and help avoid common mistakes. That's the part that I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to, because I tend to do everything the long way. Why it's so important to calibrate your analysis depending on a stock's price and market cap. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, and a ton more. Anyway, small investment, $197 to get completely up to speed on the platform and take your trading to the next level. All right, simplertrading.com/tricks. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you at the next update.